I'm really excited to talk about my passion project, which was finding art again and just exploring its influences and its impact and just basically its power for me and the power it can have for other people. Next slide, please. So my story with art began when I was very young. My mom really pushed me to be very creative. One of the ways that she pushed me was rewriting this Dora books, like the endings to it. And if you know me, I like to add a little flair into everything. So those rewrites were very dramatic. As a child, I was very creative when I found multiple ways to express myself. I would do like small crafts, or I would go outside to my trampoline and look at the clouds and see what images I could find there. So that's just one way I was very creative. The images to your right are one when I was 7 years old, I think. I loved Hannah Montana. Big fan, still a fan. I know all the music, all the lyrics. And then the art that you see is when I did those, like when I was 8, probably. Um, yeah, so I'm very proud of those. I found them in my mom's phone because she keeps everything that I do. So yeah, during the lockdown period, art became an escape for me. I like to use it to like just get away from what was going on in the world and then like the repetitive like cycle that we were going through, just getting up, getting ready, and just being in the house all day. Art allowed me to like explore different places and also like check myself mentally and see how I was doing. So I'm very grateful with art. So yeah, next slide, please. My thesis is that Black joy is the most hated resistance to white supremacy. Art allows people of color to resist with a smile and a healthy mind. When you're painting as people of color, painting is something that may be simple, but you're also like taking care of yourself mentally and physically. I was able to research different ways that different benefits that art has on your mind. And I figured out that like by me painting, it's me being happy and doing something that the society doesn't want. They don't want to see a smile on a Black girl's face. They don't want to see us happy or doing things that mean that we're taking care of ourselves. So me painting, every stroke is just my new, like a new addition to me of resisting white supremacy and all the limitations they try to put on to us. Next slide, please. My purpose in life is to combine my strengths in empathizing, solving problems, and keeping peace with my love of psychology, art, traveling, and caring for others, to advocate for those in need through various acts of volunteering across the globe. If I were able to right now pack my bags and do something, it would be to go across the globe and learn from different cultures. And along that way, I would be drawing realistically because that's how I document everything. I like to be creative and be artistic while learning from other people. So if I was able to, I would be at JFK right now, going to Australia to draw the koala bears because they're very cute. And that's where I would be most happy. Next slide, please. My passion project. Okay, so there's a couple images on the slide and I'm gonna explain them. To our bottom left corner, we have Dr. Phillips, who is my mentor. We have Miss Martha Dorn and Steph. These are very influential people and they have helped me throughout my whole passion project. So I'm very grateful for them. To our left top corner, we have Lanisha. She is Lanasha, sorry. We connected through Instagram. I replied to something that she posted, and she actually replied back, which is so crazy because I didn't expect her to reply back. My comment was something about me being lactose intolerant. So thank God that I'm lactose intolerant, and I was able to comment under her post. And yeah, I took the opportunity to ask her to be in this presentation since I already was going to focus on her and the things that she does. So why not, have her come and show that her work is being heard. In the middle, we have Bernie Sanders. That's my mascot for life. I love Bernie Sanders so, so much. I love that image too. Throughout the whole, was it the inauguration? I feel like he stole the show. He stole the show with those mittens. I definitely have a sweater, sorry, with him on it. I don't have it on right now, but I wear it for good luck, so maybe I should have it on right now. We also have the logo of the art therapy project. That's the company Miss Martha works for. And then to our right, we have a snapshot from the Instagram page that Jasmine and I created. I did the like graphics, and I'll get into that into detail about how like that tied my artistic passions with helping out the school. So next slide, please. Okay, so before I put my passion project into action, I'd had to do some research about art, even though for me, I pretty much like was like, art is powerful. Yeah, this is amazing. I needed to back it up with some sources. So 2 articles that I found were here's how creativity actually improves your health, and brain research shows the arts promote mental health. These 2 were very interesting for me because my mom works with mental health and in that psychiatry aspect. So for me to find something in her field is kind of like pursuing her dream of me being a like doctor or in the medical field. She really wants me to be a doctor. So, maybe. So there's some quotes here that really stuck out to me and that were very relatable. One of them to your left is talking about flow. And flow is something that is a crazy experience. It's so powerful. Whenever you're, well, for me, painting or like doing some type of graphic design, everything around me goes silent. Like it's just, I'm in the zone. This is what I'm doing. And I feel myself being at like complete, the most like, I'm just so calm during this time. And it's like me actually doing something that's meaningful to me and powerful. And that's a way for me as a person of color, how I'm resisting like society and the way that they want us to be, because I'm doing something that is giving me power and other people power. So I'm very like, I'm a huge advocate for art and how it can help you mentally, physically, and then help society, especially as people of color. So right here, I hope you brought your pencils and your paper because we are going to do some artwork today because I'm just talking about it. You guys have to do it also. So on your paper, could you draw 4 circles or just dedicate a space on the paper to draw? I'm going to change my view so I can see people. How y'all doing? Oh, this is so cute. Oh, you can see everyone like this. Okay. Mother, are you going to participate? You got paper? Okay. Okay, so dedicate 4 spaces on your piece of paper. And in the first corner, you're going to draw something that makes you happy. Think for a minute, what's the most happiness feeling you got? What gave you that feeling? And draw it. It doesn't have to be the exact item. It could just be the feeling itself. It doesn't have to be intricate, just what makes you happy. Oh, I should have got the music queued up for this. Let me know when you're done with like a thumbs up or something like that. But I'll give you guys some time. I'll play some music. Where you're at right now. I go along on the glide for the I bring a different vibe when I'm stepping in. If I ain't right, I'm ripping it. Everybody know for sure I'm taking it. So constitution got your eyes with the message. I never subscribe to guys on the internet. I cannot see. Nope, can't see that, Mr. T. Oh, you drew it on your phone. Look at you, Mr. T. You are drawing something that makes you happy. So it could be the feeling. It better not be the 2016 election. I always love Miss Kitchen's reactions. Okay, let me know when you're done with a thumbs up or anything like that. Okay, awesome. So, lovely, Mr. T. Now on the other side of your paper, next to it, I would like you to draw your idea of a sunset. Now, the thing about this is that everyone's going to be different. So what is your ideal sunset? What does that look like? This is so interesting. Normally the teachers are watching us do work. Now I'm watching the teachers. I cannot see, but I'm sure it's beautiful. Ooh, lovely, Mr. Jean. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys finish that and we're gonna come back to our artwork. I'm just gonna continue on with El Presentacion. I don't think that's Spanish, but you know, I added some flair to that. Next slide, please. Okay, we're gonna talk about my best mentor in the whole wide world, Dr. Phillip. She works in emergency pediatric care at Columbia. So she's up there. She's amazing. I appreciated my relationship with my mentor this year because seeing a Black woman achieve her dreams has allowed me, myself, to never forget my worth and how far I will come. So thank you, Gabby, for being such a role model to not only me, but to all the girls out there, because you're definitely doing the work that we need to see. And I definitely appreciate you. And my mom loves you. So thank you. Next slide, please. I also want to say thank you to Miss Martha and Steph. I had the opportunity to meet with them and talk and learn from them. And they definitely opened my eyes to art therapy, and that being maybe an avenue I want to take in my academics, in my career. So learning from both of you has been such an inspirational experience for me. And I definitely want to connect and stay in contact and learn from you one more time or forever. So thank you for that. Next slide, please. So now we're gonna get to talking. Oh, is the video gonna play, Mr. T?
I don't know. Do I have to click something?
Possibly. It should have played.
Is it in the middle? You want me to click the thing in the middle?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Is there sound?
No. There shouldn't be sound.
No.
No.
All right. It's making a sad file picture. I think we might have to skip it, but you can show it to her later.
Okay. So the video is about like just one of her makeup tutorials. I follow her on Instagram, and for me, I like to follow a lot of British influencers because I do get homesick, and I like to hear the accent a lot and just feel like I'm still connected. So something that stuck out to me about her Instagram page was actually her captions and how she doesn't just say like the product she listed or just might delete later one of those captions. Is something very deep, and I couldn't put all of them here, but one of them that stuck out to me is that she said that what makes me upset sometimes is that I will never be afforded the same luxury as a white woman in the beauty industry. And that made me think, and you're probably wondering, what is the connection with art? Well, art doesn't have to be expressed through painting and drawing. It could also be makeup, because that is art for your face. And art allows people of color especially to use their face as a canvas, highlighting every feature that was rejected by Eurocentric standards. Every pigment that touches our melanin enhances and becomes tools to break down what society says is ideal. So I have dabbled into the makeup world. I made my mom spend $300 at Sephora. So now I have to become an artistic person in the makeup world. So, and Fenty Beauty is the way to go. So if you want good makeup, Fenty Beauty. So yes, learning from her Instagram page has made me realize that another aspect of how art allows people of color to break down what white supremacy. This is our Black joy. This is what we use to put on our faces to feel the most confident. And we're doing it with a smile on our face and without like this much like a draining process, because surrounding yourself with the names of like people who have been killed by police brutality and things like that is very claustrophobic, and it is something that makes me sad, it makes me cry, and it just becomes too much. So why not resist in a way that we are spreading joy within ourselves and then connecting with other people? She has created a bridge for me, because now I have a role model to follow makeup tutorials, but also to know that my platform is strong and my voice is powerful. So I definitely, if the day comes that you see me on YouTube, best believe my captions or my descriptions will have something along this example. And because like, I don't know if she realizes it, but her captions are deep and they make me feel like I'm being heard. She echoes everything that needs to be heard in society. And the fact that it's under like a Fenty Beauty makeup tutorial is just so like powerful. So thank you so much. And definitely go follow her. All the teachers should follow her. All the students should follow her. And yeah, thank you. Next slide, please. So what did I do for my passion project? I dabbled into graphic design and I made an Instagram page, but with the help of the lovely Jasmine. I do want to say thank you to Jasmine for coming to me with this idea and collaborating and just being such a great support system. Yeah, thank you so, so much, because even though it made like a lot of people happy in the school community, it made me so happy to like put together these different artistic like creations to put on Instagram. And it's built my skill of using Instagram as a tool and a platform. So thank you so much, Jasmine, for, you know, like texting me and be like, why don't we create an Instagram page? So how did I do it? I used a platform called Canva, and I like used the school logo to, you know, create the colors. And I like we did a Google form to like get everyone's senior quotes and like where they're going and what majors. And it's definitely has had an impact on the class of 2021, because we didn't really get much. We didn't get a senior year. So to have this page and see it create so much joy is just so rewarding. And I'm so appreciative once again that Jasmine let me in on this. So thank you so much. Next slide, please. So my biggest dream that I'm currently working on is connecting with Fenty Beauty, because not to meet Rihanna, because Rihanna's amazing. Like she's so incredible. But I think that this brand is very inclusive and it doesn't discriminate on skin tones. Like I absolutely love the fact that when you see an image, the fact that she came out like the first launch of Fenty Beauty, it had all these shades and she keeps building onto it, is so important, because makeup once again has been focused on like your eccentric ideals and looking close to like a white person, and it's like melanin was nowhere in the equation of what's considered beautiful. So to have a brand be this inclusive is something that I definitely want to work on. And if I do ever get the opportunity to like meet with Rihanna or like create something with Fenty Beauty, I would want to bring art to low-income communities, because like I said, makeup is art, but I also would like implement it into low-income communities and children and allow them to see the power of art and have them benefit from its like ability to help your mental health. Going back to like what I would do with my career, I think if I were to go in therapy, it would definitely be pediatric, and make sure that Black kids know that this is a healthy outlet. So yeah, that's my next venture I'm working on. I did email them, the customer service. I thought that like my different email would make them be like, huh, what's going on here? But no one got back to me, so it's okay. Next slide, please.
And I just want to say quickly, Alana, I'm going to talk to you later. We're going to connect with somebody else there higher up, and we'll make this happen if we can.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Mr. G. So my connection with literature, this is my favorite slide, because I have come to love James Baldwin and his work when we started this book in class, I was very hesitant to like let it become like impactful for me or just be receptive to what James Baldwin was talking about, because at the time we just had the summer of 2020 with all the um, riots and like Black Lives Matter finally being more noticed. So it was very draining to like hear, oh, here's another person talking about the same thing that's going on in the country right now. But once I learned from the book, I realized that James Baldwin gave us a solution, which a lot of people don't really do. And his solution was bridges and how we can connect with each other. And the only way you can connect is through being understanding and having a receptive mindset. And that receptive mindset has to come from white people, because you can't really tell the oppressed people to stop being oppressed. The oppressors have to learn what they're doing, the privilege that they have, and how to change that. So from James Baldwin, I learned that through art we can connect to each other. And something awesome about art is that you don't have to speak a lot to get your message across, because sometimes it's too traumatic to talk about certain things in our community or an event that you had previous. So looking at your artwork or looking at someone's artwork, you can already see their story and then learn from it. So I think that art is a way that we can create a beautiful bridge. So next slide, please. My community, so my senior year 2.0 class and the class of 2021, we are amazing. We are very inspirational people, and you guys can help me pursue my passion in the future by inspiring me with your own passions. Seeing people my age achieve what they want is really inspirational to see, especially as Black people, because once again, the society doesn't want to see a smile on our face. So working together and creating our achievements are, again, tools to work to dismantle the systemic racism's engine. So think of it as like a car, and that we're getting the wrench and the hammer to destroy that engine in the car that keeps running and keeps fueling in America. Oh gosh, lovely. She's special. We're just gonna let her rest. She had a long day. Next slide, please. Yes, Kayla. Okay, so we're at the end of my presentation and my next steps, futures, and reflection. I'm going to Boston University. Yeah, I'm very excited to go to BU. I know the culture there is something that's very blended, and I definitely want to add to it. And I will definitely be doing art clubs at BU and majoring in psychological brain sciences. So I'm very excited for that. And then in the future, we will be collabing with Fenty Beauty, because I'm going to manifest it right now. So thank you for listening to my presentation. And yeah, I'm very happy that it went so well. Thank you. I was very nervous. And yeah, definitely come to senior night. Seniors, come to senior night. So yeah, thank you.
Alana, that was